Today, Sparking Zero put out a brand new patch notes, which is going to be coming out, the new update, for tomorrow. So Sparking Zero is finally saved. So we want to go over everything that is going to be changing with the game. So if you guys enjoy content like this, do me a favor, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, because we are trying to stay on top of this game. If you guys haven't noticed, I haven't been posting. I just haven't been posting, and that's because the game has been in such a bad state between spamming and between bad mechanics. I said, you know what? I'm gonna walk away. Now, there are a couple things that are missing from these patch notes, which I'll talk about at the end, which I'm hoping is just added and they felt it didn't need patch notes because the majority of the players don't know about these things. But hopefully I'm right, because it'd be really upsetting if these things aren't in the game. But first, let's talk about what's 100% being added tonight's update, or whenever you're watching this is already updated. So first off, they are adding split screen to every single map. So that is a huge W. Listen, I can't even tell you how many times me and my friends have been hanging out and we throw on the game and we just get so tired of the hyperbolic time chamber so quickly. I know that there was apparently issues with the Xbox handling split screen. I guess they figured it out. To be honest with you, I think they really didn't want to release this game yet. And a lot of these changes would have been in the game on launch if they did more testing. But they wanted to release at the same time as Daima for, you know, cross-promotional. It seems silly to me, but you know what? We're doing it. So, we have that. Then, battle setup. So, this is the choosing your character screen. Added the ability to switch character display methods. Huge. Add the ability to customize team member settings. Huge. So, what they said, and I read somewhere else what they meant by this, is that the ability to switch character display methods is that they have actual breakdowns of what saga you might want to do. You can organize it by alphabetical. You can organize it in a bunch of different methods in order to find your characters easier. I'm probably going to do the saga method. It just seems easier for me to go, oh yeah, the beginning of Z is all the way at the top with Raditz and everybody. And as I scroll down, the characters advance, you know, through the story. I think that is the best method. I'm curious now where GT sits between Super and Z, you know, I'm just curious. But ranked match and player match. Added the ability to skip the animation that starts at the beginning of the battle. Most players must operate the game, aka skip cutscene, but both players have to hit skip cutscene, which I think in ranked play especially everyone's gonna do. When you get those rematches over and over, like it becomes very annoying to watch, you know, the same characters over and over say the same thing. Player match. Added the ability to choose whether team members are public or private when forming a team. So, I mean, that's self-explanatory, and I think it's a great choice to add that, because sometimes you like to have that little moment of like, oh, you're picking him? Well, I'm picking him. Especially in team battles where, you know, you can go back and forth picking. Don't get me wrong, I like the private thing too, where it's a reveal, but I like the choice. Choices are good. Custom battle edit mode. Added alphabetical sorting of text. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I don't care for the custom battles. Comment down below if you guys do, if you play them, and if there's any that you're like, oh, this one you need to play. But I've tried it, and they all seem pretty basic or mid to me. That's just me. Option. Added the ability to change the camera focus during battles to a closer distance. Huge W. I actually watched a great video. I wish I could tell you who made it, but watched a great video about the changes in Sparking Zero. I think I actually reacted to it on my channel. And in that video, he talked about the camera. How in, you know, the old Budokai Tenkaichis, the camera did feel a ton closer, like you were the character. And in this, it feels like we're, you know, almost in an RPG where we're way out there looking over the character. I think this is a huge bonus to, you know, have this choice. Again, if you like the wide field of view, awesome. If you want to feel like you're playing as Goku or whoever, you can put that camera real close. And it's probably gonna be like a slider if I was to guess. Battle change adjustments. This is the big stuff. This is how Sparking Zero goes from, you know, beta into full release right here. Or who knows, maybe it's alpha into beta, and then we get the full release when we get super characters. I mean superhero, sorry. High speed Dragon Dash, a new action. So this is brand new. Press and hold R2 and X at the same time. Or with Xbox, RT and A. To add the high speed Dragon Dash, which moves towards the opponent at a high speed. Awesome. You know, I think things like this being added just show that they're listening to us about the issues. Because, like, movement has felt slow. And if you do a Dragon Dash right now, like, the key consumption is so bad. It's so bad. Like, you don't move that fast and you're losing a ton of ki. Like, it really feels like you're moving in slow-mo. Smash fighting. The opponent will no longer flinch when hit by a rush energy blast while charging a smash melee attack. Okay, that's a cool thing. So, if you're charging a melee attack and you get hit by a rush blast, you're not flinching. That's awesome. When charging a smash melee attack during a rush melee attack, the amount that the charge time is reduced based on the number of hits has been increased. I see. So if you're charging your blast, your smash, and you're getting punched, it doesn't get as... The timer gets shorter normally, but now it's being a little longer. The smash attacks, I guess, were a little broken there. I didn't even know about that one. You see what I mean, though? There's a lot of things that we didn't know. Rush Blast. Time it takes to fire the next shot after the maximum number of shots of a set for each character has been increased. Okay. So what this is saying is for instance, Broly, right? He can shoot, I think it's like 9 shots, and then that's a set. Okay, then you can start over. They're saying your first 9 will still act how it was. After the first 9, if you continue to do another set of 9, each ki blast will have a bigger gap in between. That's a good change. I already know Six World's crying right now on Twitter about his lore accurate Kefla. You don't know? God bless you. Rush Blast. The time it takes to fire the next shot after the maximum number of shots set for each character has been increased. Sorry, this is a translation. So I gotta, do what I gotta do. Rush Blast. The time it takes to fire the next shot after the maximum number of shots set for each character has been increased. I think we're still talking about ki blasts. So it seems like, and comment if I'm wrong, fire the next shot after the maximum number of shots set. Oh, okay. So there's just a bigger gap of time. Sorry. That was really confusing to me. That was a tough one. Rush Bullet Repelling. So this is guarding when someone is hitting you with ki blasts. It is now possible to transition from deflecting energy spheres while stationary to deflecting energy spheres while moving. Huge W, because if you don't know, before, if you started deflecting them, right, you were stuck in that position. Now you could deflect and then start moving while deflecting. So that way you don't get caught from behind because you were stuck in one position just deflecting. Steps. So, improve the state where you will be immune to some attacks immediately after starting the step. Cool. So you have a bigger window of immunity while taking a step in. Rush energy blasts and smash attacks can now also be avoided. So if someone's doing a smash and you do a step in, you could avoid it. C burst dash. Increased consumption upon activation. Okay, I'm with that. I think this is probably because of Zero and 19. Burst Smash. No energy consumption when activated, but energy is consumed according to the distance while moving. Interesting. Okay, that's a cool add-on. Increased damage while using boost. I guess boost wasn't doing anything in blasts. Z search. Oh my gosh, the Z search. Z search will no longer miss when switching characters. Thank you. Thank you. The amount of time someone switches out a character and you just lose track of them when they're right in front of you. Horrible. When Z search misses, the opponent will now be captured in a short amount of time if they are in front of your field of vision. Okay, that's perfect. I mean, we'll see if it's perfect once we play, because we're basing this off of a text, but that sounds a lot better. Z counter. The input time has been reduced. Okay. Change the design so that the Z counter is used repeatedly. It gradually becomes more difficult to input. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my gosh. The Z counter, listen, the window was very, very short already. And I will say it's hard to input. I barely could do it. I think the most I ever got at all was 3 in a row. It's hard. I know there's guys like Dom out there that can do it all day. And if you don't know Dom, fucking amazing player. Voxelize is just, he's so good. But you can do like 20 of them in a row. So this is changing that because the window has become shorter. And as you do it, it gradually becomes more difficult. AKA the window's probably getting smaller to input. Increase the amount of energy consumed when a Z counter is successful. Okay. So if you do a Z counter, you lose more ki. Decrease the amount of skill stock increased when a Z counter is successful. Perfect. So now we're going to get less ki. Wow. Skill counts. That's awesome. Revenge counter. When using predict against a revenge counter, the skill stock consumption has been reduced from 2 to 1. Okay, so that's essentially saying revenge counter is being reduced, so it's more usable. Because a lot of people didn't even want to use revenge counter unless they were getting ki blasts destroyed. It just didn't seem like the move. This makes revenge counter actually usable, which I will say this game has a ton of defensive options. So I'll see how it goes. Rush fighting during sparking. Okay, this is something I did a ton. I'll admit it. I did it a ton. You go sparking, you zoom up behind someone, and you just spam square. Gradual damage reduction when hitting multiple times has been adjusted to provide a larger reduction. So there's more fall off. The more you hit someone, the less damage it does. It has been made impossible to interrupt the final attack of a combo's air combo, air/combo, etc. with a guard. Ooh. So you can't guard those. You might have to vanish now. Interesting. Substitution. Reduce the amount of HP recovered by a reserve character. That's great because DP battles were horrible with how much HP you can get. Everyone was just winning off of HP. Z-Burst Dash. The giant characters. Z-Burst Dash tackles by giants can now be guarded against. Thank you. If you guys don't know, Wheelo had his tackle that people would just spam and put you in a loop. Now, was it able to be avoided? Yes, but it required you to fly up into the skybox and down and up and down. So this is good. We should be able to guard these things and punish them. Skill adjustments and changes. All skills that instantly enter sparking mode have increased skill stock consumption. So essentially, how many skills stocks it takes to do an instant spark has gone up. That's a W. General skills that increase status. Reduce skill stock consumption. Ooh, so normal skills that didn't go into instant sparking have gone up. That's cool. Multiple after image fist. So I think this is the after image strike. The effect duration has been reduced to 10 seconds and will be canceled if the character is identified during this time. That's an interesting wording. But after image strike was 15 seconds before and is really, really broken. So I'm excited to see how this works. I don't know what they mean by and will be canceled if the character is identified. But this is also Japanese being translated to English, so it just could be a translation error. I tried to look at the English website and it actually was down because so many people were visiting it. So you might be able to go check that as you're watching this video and watch along with me. Endurance. Change skill stock consumption from 1 to 2. So I guess that's a specific move, endurance. Defeat in 5 seconds. Yeah, because that's Goku Super Saiyan 4. I'll beat you in 5 seconds. Skill stock consumption changed from 3 to 2 and increase the increase in status when used. Okay. So it's a better buff. It's a buff. Like, it's a buff and a nerf because the skills... No, it is a buff. So now, it only takes 2 stocks and it makes you stronger. Stardust Barrier. It can now be activated even while receiving a frontal melee attack. That's good. So it's kind of more like Android Barrier. Blast adjustments. Let's go. Kefla's and Broly's losing RP right now. Long distance blast and ultimate blast in general. Speed reduced. That's awesome. Super Vegito. Final Kamehameha. Increased energy consumption and damage dealt. Oh, this isn't... I misread this. This is your ultimate and long distance blast like Kamehamehas. Whoa. So these are more dodgeable now. This is probably going to be more like BT3. The speed was reduced, so that means that when you actually see the Kamehameha coming, you have a second to dodge it. Which is good because they curve anyways. A lot of them are heat-seeking. The final Kamehameha increased energy consumption and damage dealt. I think that's because he was able to do it and then use his ultimate. So that's good. Ooh. Daima Goku getting a buff. Quick Rush. You can now control the trajectory while charging. That's good. Mr. Satan Present Bomb. Increases stiffness time after activation. Yeah, because people were spamming that like crazy. They would just pick World Tournament stage and just instantly Present Bomb, Present Bomb, Present Bomb, Present Bomb till you were dead. Let's go. Android 19 and Dr. Gero. The amount of stamina and energy absorbed when the throw is successful has been changed. Okay, so this is the grab. The throw. So they don't get as many, as much ki and health from absorbing. Dragon Dash, Rapid Ascent, and Rapid Descent now consumes energy. Fuck your infinite energy. We are taking it away. Manga accurate? Nah. We're accurate. Cell second form. Now, the throw escape is possible. Oh, I guess he was bugged. Cell second form. So he couldn't dodge a grab. Now he can. Or counter a grab. Cooler. Increase the amount of stamina recovered when transforming. I want to play more Cooler. Increase the amount of time it takes to charge up smash attacks and reduce their power. Oh, so Giants got a big nerf then. Grade 8 Vegeta, Dr. Willow. It says Dr. Willow, but that's the Japanese name. Reduced maximum health. So, yeah, big nerfs to Giants. Improved usability and operational stability. Hopefully that's netcode talk. This update requires... Yeah. Awesome. I think these are all big updates. Like, now I want to talk about the things that I'm not seeing in here, which I'm hoping are added, right? I'm also reading the Japanese. But number one, I really think vanish attacks need to take like a big gap, right? I know they said Z counters are gonna get faster and faster with the windows, but I want the same for vanish, unless they're trying to say that that's both, which okay. Another thing, Trunks has an infinite low sweep, so that might come on launch, it might not. That's a big one for me, that he needs to be able to not do infinite low sweeps, because that is broken. Big one, ranked play. If you quit, you lose the match. If you close app, you lose the match, and the other person gets the skill points for that match and can move up the ladder. Because right now rage quitting is still a problem. They can suspend you all they want, those players still come back and they rage quit if they lose. So let's please make sure that if someone rage quits, they're out. And then the big thing for me is adding the search option for quick play, not just rooms. Like, I think rooms are good, but give us the choice to do rooms or to use this quick play option. So that way we can go and fight multiple people just like we do in ranked, but using quick play as an option, because some of us just want to casually play against other players. So that's everything though. That is everything for me. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe. Tell me of how I can improve them. And I'll see you guys tomorrow with the update.